For some, tiny homes are a long-term solution. For others, they're just a stepping stone. We're about to meet a young couple who have built their very own tiny house on wheels, which has become a kind of enabler for them to now look at purchasing a larger house where they can start thinking about adding a few more members to the family. Hey, how's it going?
G'day. Good, how are you?
Nice to meet you, Holly.
Nice to meet you too.
G'day, Holly. How you
Ross?
doing, mate? This here is a very impressive looking tiny house.
Thanks.
She is a big one as well. So
Yeah.
how big is this one actually?
7 metres by 3 metres. Yeah.
7 by 3.
Yeah, so we went wider.
Definitely. Not
Yeah.
one that you're going to want to be transporting on the road very often then.
No. For us, it was always, the point was just to move it once or twice and then just leave it on site. And we thought it was worth some extra stress transporting it for the extra space living in it.
So I've always been obsessed with tiny apartments and things like that. And I was actually just watching one of your videos, the one on Brett, and Holly saw it and was like, man, what's this? This is pretty interesting. And so we watched it together, and then
And I said we should do it.
we should do it. So yeah, we started like taping things out on the floor, and every
Yeah.
time we're at the beach drawing things in the sand. And
Yeah, we had full on like tape measures and stuff, and we'd draw out floor plans, and we went through heaps of different designs.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of different plans and all sorts of stuff. But basically the main thing that made us do it was just that we wanted the adventure.
yeah, the adventure.
Yeah.
Well, the place looks really nice from the outside. Let's have a look inside, see what
Awesome.
you've done.
Come
Sweet,
on.
come on in.
What a lovely home.
Yeah, she's
Thanks.
cool, eh? Thank you.
It's also open and light, isn't it?
Yeah, so that was a big part for us.
Yeah.
We have 9 windows in this tiny little space, and it was always about making it light and airy and getting the sunshine in all the time.
Yeah.
So we'd seen like a lot of those American style tiny houses, and they didn't really work for how we like to live. And you know, they're pretty amazing, but we tried to take the Kiwi approach to it. You know, open plan, big doors looking out onto the view and the deck.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think
Yeah.
is the main thing that we had in mind when we built it. Actually, was the light, bright, open feel. Yeah.
And I really love what you've done here with this climbing wall. This is such a clever way of getting into the loft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool, eh? So it was just that we didn't really know where a ladder could go, and we didn't want to cut off any of that opening. So instead, Ollie decided on a climbing wall. I was pretty against it at the start.
You
but
love it
no,
now, eh?
I really like it.
Yeah.
I think it's cool to have the pops of green and everything as well. Lots of people were a little bit anti having a climbing wall as the only way to get up there.
Yeah.
But you know, the whole thing about a tiny house is you build it for you, right? You don't build it for resale value or for, you know, anyone else. You build it for the people who are going to live in it. When we, if we watch movies and we have cups of tea and stuff, we do have to pass it up, like, because it's quite hard to climb up with a cup of tea. But yeah, so we
But it's
just
good, and you
pass
get
it
very
along.
quick at it too, eh? So,
Yeah.
Can I have a go?
Yeah, go for
Absolutely.
it.
All right.
Get in there.
Yeah.
All right,
Tiny.
everyone in the world can watch me fumble trying to get up this thing. Although maybe I'm almost tall enough just to...
Yeah.
I've maybe got an
Like one
advantage
hole
here,
for
eh?
You can just step up.
Oh, now that is cool.
Yeah.
That is a seriously cool way of getting into a loft. And what an amazing space this is. I mean, comfortable, you've got all these cushions, awesome television.
Yeah, so we wanted the TV to be up out of the way, you know, we didn't want it to be the feature of the room because it's such a small space. So if there was a television, you know, say right here on this wall, it would be quite overpowering. But we did want to be able to watch movies and, you know, TV shows and stuff, so we set it up there.
While I'm up here, I really like the use of the LED lights. This is really nice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
stolen from Holly's auntie.
Yeah,
actually.
my
They're
auntie,
just
she
like-
had a fairy light chandelier and we just thought it was a cool idea.
Well, I'm going to climb on down. We can have a look at the kitchen.
Sweet.
Cool.
This kitchen is really lovely. It's so open, it's so inviting. You just want to get in here and start cooking, don't you?
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. We just so we wanted it to be a big enough space because we usually cook together. So we wanted to have enough room, and I guess it still is a small kitchen, but it just worked.
And
yeah.
one thing we wanted to do is, because there's 2 of us living here and we still live, you know, a very normal life. We've got 9 to 5 jobs and everything, so we didn't want to compromise on too many things. So our fridge is actually bigger than the last fridge we had.
Yeah.
We've got a
so we've got
full-size oven,
fridge.
full-size double sink. so we wanted to make sure that we could actually fit all those things in.
Yeah, we did. We were gonna put in a gas hob. We actually bought a gas hob and everything, but we just never got around to it. And we used our little camping stove. We cooked Christmas dinner on it actually, and so that's the ultimate test, right? If you can cook Christmas dinner. So yeah, it's been awesome.
Now this is something you don't see very often in a tiny house.
It's a full table.
A full dining table. And I suppose as well, this is the sort of thing that you can do just by pushing it that little bit further to that 3 metre mark. Eh?
Yeah, because if it was 2.4, you wouldn't really, it's quite a luxury to have that much space, to have that big of a table. But it's such a usable space as well. Like we do use it for, you sit down and you work here and you're on your laptop and all that sort of stuff, and obviously eating. So I think it's amazing to have a table.
And one thing we didn't want to do is have all the transforming furniture. Like there's some really cool ideas, but because there's 2 of us living in here, you don't want to have to, fold the bed up to make your coffee in the morning and whatnot. So same thing with the table. We wanted to have proper fixed furniture. It makes it feel more like an actual home as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than a camping trip or something,
Yeah, so we still do have a lot of the cool little storage solutions and that kind of thing that you have in tiny houses, But yeah, it was just because there's 2 of us, we didn't want to have too many transforming things. Yeah.
And we had the space to do it, that's what we decided right from the start. Make it a bit bigger, don't move it often, and we can fit in the things that we want, so.
Very nice, very comfortable looking lounge here as well.
Yeah, they're cool. So these are, those are old cushions that we actually took off some couches that we have and upcycled them. And yeah, there's all storage under there, and that's why obviously you build a couch. I think with all the upholstering and everything, it probably would have worked out cheaper to just buy a couch and put it in here, but in a tiny house you need to use the space. It needs to be storage. And under this, it swallows up so much stuff. It's got all of our camping stuff, all of our, backpacks, all that sort of thing. Yeah.
And so your bathroom, I'm guessing, is through in that door, is it?
Yep, just under here. So this is the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, this is lovely.
So we managed to fit a full 900 by 900 shower, and that's because we pushed out over the drawbar, so that's where that sits.
Right.
We got a smaller but still pretty big size vanity, our standard compost toilet, and
Awesome.
And so what about this space here? What goes in there?
So that's the other part that was over the drawbar, obviously, and that's the washing machine.
Yeah, so that's our laundry. We've got a normal full-size household washing machine and just some coat storage, and Yeah, we didn't want the washing machine to be as noticeable as they are in a lot of other tiny houses, so we put it in there and you can shut your door and you never see it again, so it's good.
And we've still got the sleeping loft to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we have a look at that?
So we built it so that we could stand up beside the bed and get into the bed, but I don't know if you're going to be able to stand up, Bryce.
Hey, that's such a neat idea, eh? I can at least stand up here on this step, and this is really,
right?
It's really good. This is really unusual to have this much space. Where did you actually get this extra height from?
So we hadn't seen this done anywhere, but we were thinking that some of your kitchen things they don't need to be full height. So the pantry, fridge, for example, don't need to be full height. So we thought if we drop the floor above those, and then come up to the normal loft height, then you basically steal some height to stand up in your loft, which I haven't seen in any other tiny house.
So it works, I think, because we're both quite short, so we can stand up here, but I think, a little bit higher, taller, and obviously you can't.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a nice, comfortable space up here, eh? We love sleeping in this bed. You have the best sleeps.
Also because obviously it's at the top, it's the warmest part, so that's amazing in the winter time. It's nice and warm up here in bed, and in the summertime that's why we've got the windows, so we can vent it, and if you just open both of those you get a really nice cross breeze.
Great.
Yeah, so it works
That's
really
really
well. And if we
important.
want to, if you want to air the whole tiny house out, we just open this window and the one at the other end, and the whole thing just gets nice and cool. One of the biggest things about us building a tiny house was that we built one because we wanted to live somewhere that was double glazed and insulated and nice and warm, and we couldn't afford that in a normal sized house, so we went for a tiny house, and that's why we haven't really cut any costs anywhere. We got brand new joinery and everything, and it's beautiful and warm in here because it wasn't really about saving money, it was more about living somewhere amazing. Yeah. So altogether I think it's been about 45, but that's including the couch and all the curtains and everything. So much more expensive than a lot of tiny houses, but as I say, it was more about we had more money than time because we were both working full-time jobs and doing everything on the weekends. So we didn't have enough time to sort of source everything.
So it's all brand new stuff, you know, like it's all brand new double glazing, so it fits exactly how we want it. Brand new trailer. The trailer alone is, you know, 10 grand, and that's just material costs too. So 45 grand material costs. We've paid a professional plumber and sparky, so that's included in that. But everything else is just materials. And if we were to look at our hourly rate, I would hate to know what it is, because just the time spent actually doing the work, but the time spent researching and sourcing and learning, and you know, yeah. So a lot of time goes into it, but yeah, 45.
Fun time though.
It is, yeah.
It is cool.
So you started building this tiny house 2 years ago. You've been living in it for almost a year now.
Yeah.
And you're about to be selling it. How does that feel now?
It's sad, eh?
Yeah, it is a bit
It's going to
sad.
be really sad to part
Yeah,
with it.
it's a lovely place to live, like it is. It's so beautiful, but it's just the right time for us, and it's been a big stepping stone to let us get into the property market, because it's quite a hard move to make to get enough of a deposit together and everything, and that's why we decided to do the tiny house, was the adventure as well, and then also the financial side. And so hopefully with selling the tiny house and selling our land, we'll have a pretty good head start, you know, to get a normal house to raise a family. And yeah.
This home is so functional, and you have packed in so many really clever little features. I love the climbing wall. I really love what you've done here with dropping down the loft space as well. That's just such a clever way of approaching and really thinking three-dimensionally with your space. So congratulations to you guys on that. Thank you so much for showing me your home. It's absolutely beautiful, and all the best for your next adventures.
Cheers.
Thanks.
What I really love about this tiny house is that Ollie and Holly have managed to build a home that truly encompasses them as individuals. They both have this wonderful adventurous spirit, and that's evident in so many of the decisions that they've made in this house. For one, actually making the decision to build a tiny house on wheels, but also things like this fantastic climbing wall. I think the big challenge for them now is going to be finding a family home that they can move into that actually embodies that same spirit. I wish them luck.